Guys, I'm trying to like cook rice and stream at the same time, and it's like awful. Like I just ran into the kitchen. I'm kind of sweating. Oh, hello. Thank you for you. Okay, thank you for following, first of all. But you saw this and you decided to follow? It was the readjusting of my entire screen that made you want to follow. Thank you. But it's it's very interesting. Okay. It's like I'm today's been a good day, but my head is just like kind of on a different like planet than it usually is. Can I be very honest with you all about this? It's like really hot in my home too. Too many things are going on. I'm trying to cook rice because apparently I'm bringing dinner. I'm making dinner tonight for some reason. It's hot in my house, and my brain is just, eh. Okay, I think I'm actually ready to like compute. So I said hello to Dr. Waffles. Dr. Waffles said, "You're so formal today." I will call you Rita at some point in the stream, but for some reason, just now it felt right to stick to the doctor. I don't know why. Is it Aza? Aza? Am I pronouncing this correctly? Is it oi oi? I also don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly. I also completely skipped over Fishy Buns. Fishy Buns said unprofessional, which I am. That's one of the themes on this stream. Everyone says hi. I use a different thingy in Streamlabs. Okay. Well, thingies. Thank you for the very descriptive word. I absolutely know what you're talking about. As I said, I'm very dedicated to a choices team. Well, thank you for tuning in. How is everybody doing today? Fishy said my brain is a panda doing somersaults, so yes. And okay, so think of it as Asa. Okay. I hope I'm still pronouncing that correctly. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into it because, as I've learned, there's no amount of preparation that I can give myself for how weird the story is. I'm trying to like remember where we left off last. Like I remember that we went to go visit the circus and the masked man kind of forced us, like handcuffed us almost to like having dinner with him. And at some point when he randomly left, we discovered that he was holding one of his, what does he call them? Weirdos, freaks. He calls his circus staff something very insulting. But he was holding one of them in a cage. And for some, like, we went to go grab the cops, and by the time that we got back, of course, this person was no longer in a cage. And so that's kind of where we left off. Also, we got this random detail that there was like a painter who was visiting the town who was working on like recreating an original painting, and they were murdered, and someone stole the painting, which I guess is like what's coming up in the episode summary that's showing up on the screen. One other thing that I forgot to do, because apparently I'm just very, very off today, is I usually say hello to Twitch chat and to everybody who's watching the replay. If you are watching the replay, if you want to join us live, we do this every Tuesday at 4 p.m. PT, 7 p.m. ET. Right now, we're just streaming Romance Club Shadows of Saintfour, the final season, season 3. We're starting from episode 4. It's so far been a very weird book. I'll be honest. I've had everyone tell me that like season 3 of Shadows of Saintfour is their favorite season, and I haven't quite figured out why. It's just so strange, and there's so few parts of it that are familiar to me that like I recognize it is a book in the series, but it just feels kind of off. And it's not bad. It's just like I'm not quite understanding why everyone tells me that it's like their favorite book in the entire like series. But I don't know. Maybe at some point in the next like 6 episodes I'll catch on to what's going on. Fishy said I've done one official stream. I barely remember that, so it's called I barely remember that is called a Streamlabs. That's fair. Because there's also like 4 different ways in the what's it called? The I'm forgetting what it's called. There's 4 different ways in Streamlabs to capture like a window. Like there's like game capture, or video capture, window capture. There's a lot of different ways, and none of them work for me. Dr. Waffle said no, that guy was so weird and ugly and old. Like I could excuse the old if he was hot, but he wasn't. I thought he was pretty cute in the scene, the little prequel scene we got of him when he wasn't wearing the mask and when he was talking about that woman that he gave like a gift to. But I think there's definitely something kind of odd going on with his face, something a little unusual. Kind of looks like maybe he was in a fire and got like burned or something. You can kind of see it on like the bottom right half of his face where his mask kind of like meets his jawline. Um, so I think there's something going on there. So I'm just curious to see what his face looks like now. I'll be disappointed if we don't get to see his face, before the end of it all. Something else that I forgot and I need to mention. A couple more people followed me and I just want to give them all shout outs. So some people that I missed was Unlimited Lead, or Led. I don't know how they pronounce it. This is actually someone that I chit chat with on Instagram, and they're very funny, and I very much enjoyed their presence in my DMs. Another person that followed 6 days ago, whose name is Player 4623 4621. So a lot of numbers. Thank you so much for following. And then someone else named J Rollerson32. And then of course the person who just subscribed a couple minutes ago as a Curry. Thank you so much everyone for, well, not subscribing. I guess it's following. Subscribing is a different thing. That's another thing that I have to get used to, is the difference between following and subscribing on Twitch. Dr. Waffle said, no, girl, he better keep that mask on. I really want to see it. I'll be honest. I very much want to see what he looks like. So let's just go ahead. I've talked enough. Let's let's go into episode 4 of season 3. And we'll see, you can kind of see it like on his neck, he has a weird, maybe I'm trying to figure out if he has a short neck or if it's just hold on. This stuff is like very, very loud, and apparently I just lose all semblance of being able to talk. Super loud in my ear. Now I can actually focus. His neck looks kind of short in the artwork, right? Maybe it's just the mask. Maybe it's just the mask that is like cutting off his chin or something, and his neck is like longer than it actually looks. But there's something about his neck that is giving me very ooh, there's someone no, Ethan Ramsey's the one with the really long neck. Crap. Oh no. Who was it? There's a character. I think it may have just been Ethan Ramsey who had like the incredibly long neck. Oh no. I totally lost whatever simile I was trying to compare to. Anyways, we'll get past it. Hi, Chocolates. Said not V being obsessed with his neck. I want to know what's going on. I want to know what's going on under there. Fishy said, are you asking about a character with a long neck or a short neck? A short neck. Because I remember that Ethan, at first, I was just trying to remember there was a Choices character that we made fun of for having a long neck, or having a odd length neck. But I remembered it was Ethan with a long neck. But I think that Maddie, aka our Mass Daddy, has a short neck, and I want to I want I want to see what that neck do. That's what I want to see what that neck do, and that's primarily why I want the mask reveal. Okay, I've been talking for too long. Let me get into chapter 4 called Cherry Robbery. Yeah, so I guess we're gonna have more interaction with Cherry this episode, because allegedly the last people who were seen in the same room as the painting were the guide and his brother, who happens to be Cherry. Chocolate said, I wish I could help, but I don't look at their necks. Well, I think you're missing out. I'll be honest with you. I think you're missing out by not checking out the guac guac that's on Mass Daddy. I bet you he let me stop. I'm not gonna go in that direction. It's too early in the stream for me to be talking like this. Okay, the sheriff headed for the precinct station. Derek went to bed as if nothing had happened. You, on the other hand, stood frozen by the window, staring into the darkness, unable to answer any of your questions. I think also somewhere in the last stream we potentially figured out that like maybe our mom is in danger and like potentially she got kidnapped rather than actually like leaving us on purpose. Oh yeah, this like freaky ass dress. I have to do something. Cherry wouldn't have killed or couldn't have killed that woman. And what about the painting? Did he really steal it? You rewound in your head all of your interactions with him. Most likely, he did it. It's some kind of mistake, and he stole the painting but had nothing to do with the killing. I'm gonna say the last. What the fuck would he want to do with a painting? Is it like a very like expensive painting? Do we know that? I mean, I guess it would be if it was like under protection. Fishy said, I think that she's the one in the cage. So I believe the she that Fishy's referring to is the mother. And I agree with you. I do think that the masked man is taking and kidnapping people and creating them into these quote unquote, as he calls them, weirdos to perform in his circus. And I really do think that that could be her. But I'm just kind of interested in like what sort of magic or I don't know what he's doing to them to make them look different. Dr. Waffle said, I really hate the way the sprites look in this app. I think I don't mind the sprite for this book, but I will say there are a couple of sprites, like the white sprite and like Heaven's Secret, just like looks a little bit too kind of Instagram-y for me, but I did hear that apparently the artwork for the sprite was inspired by Megan Fox, which like I guess is not a terrible recreation of her face. And then there's other sprites that I've seen from books I haven't played yet, but I have seen the artwork that kind of weirded me out. Fishy said some sprites are great, others are not ... good. I agree with that take. I'm gonna guess that Cherry stole the painting but had nothing to do with killing. You knew Cherry well enough by now. He's a thief, but not a killer. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Your relationship with Cherry improved. Oh, okay, so I was correct about that. Okay. I had to do some snooping around. A blizzard howled outside the window. The mere thought of stepping outside made you cringe. Here goes my little odd dish by the window. I better dress a bit warmer before I head out. Here we go. Dr. Waffle said, they're definitely original, and some of them are cool, but I hate how the faces look. That's fair. I think a lot of them are kind of insufferable. This one, the face of this character doesn't really bother me that much. This one's... I don't even know why even... Okay, I guess it's not the worst outfit I've seen in this game. I don't even know why I like bother browsing through the outfits because I never buy them. Because they almost never make a difference. You approach the entrance of the Dragon's Casino. I guess we're gonna confront Cherry like head on, perhaps? The inconspicuous door, I know how to say that, had no handle. How do they open this? Find a doorbell. There was no door. I'm gonna knock on the door. You knocked as hard as you could to make sure you're heard. The door resonated. You could hear approaching footsteps in a hoarse voice. Who's there? My name is Sarah. Well, aren't I a member of the Black Dragons? How do I not know how to get into this place? Okay. I need to speak to the Black Dragons. Okay, the typo kind of threw me off. There was silence on the other side of the door for a while. What's your name again? Sarah. Are you that girl they recently accepted into the Black Dragons? Yes. And they didn't give me a key. Yes, I'm one of you. Let me in. The lock made a clicking sound and the door opened. It was so dark in the hallway that you only saw the silhouette of the man standing in the hall. Come on. Just straight ahead until you reach the door. Thank you. You went inside, crossed the hallway, and carefully opened the door. Ooh, this music. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. That's loud. What did Let me catch up on chat really quickly. Chocolate said another episode of how bad these outfits could be. They could be a lot worse. We've definitely seen worse. Hi, Eric. How's it going? Fishy said it's a hard C. So inconspicuous? Which C? Because I feel like, was I not saying a hard C on the first one? Inconspicuous, right? Fishy said, "Oh look, it's Eric, the man who's out here tweeting misleading statements." I don't know if I've seen the misleading statements that Fishy is referring to, but I'd love to see an example. For some reason, the music just randomly cut off on my end. Okay, I guess it switched over to just like regular noises, that non-music noises. I can't keep up with the diversity of sounds in this game. Aaron was sitting on the couch, his formidable gaze directed at Cherry. Uh-oh. Leave. Oh, shit. What? No. You put the dragons in danger. Oh, that is a horrific face. Uh-oh. Yeah, it was definitely Cherry who stole it then. Sarah, what are you doing here? I just heard about what happened. Cherry, I'm not even surprised that the cops are onto you. Uh-oh. Cherry's angry. You have to return the painting or you have to run. I feel like you have to return... Which one's gonna be... I guess I'll just stick with courage. I guess I'll just pick the courage. You have to run. Oh, I'm feeding my inner demon. I can never decipher which one's an inner demon or which one's a courage option. The dragons don't run. The dragons don't run. Okay, they locked eyes as if grappling with each other. Cherry's brother was standing... Here we go, the music. Just being super loud and uncontrollable and unpredictable at all times. Cherry's brother was standing aside the entire time, but suddenly he rushed to get out of the room when his face contorted in anger. Cherry immediately blocked his way. I did what I thought was best. You'll thank me later, Ethan. Thank you. Because of you, they think I'm a part of all this. Does it bother you? Imagine that. Are you afraid they'll lock you up? Aren't you? Yeah, I would say that would make a lot of sense if he was afraid of going to jail. No, I'll buy our freedom if it comes to that. Oh, cut the crap, like you're powerful now. Cherry pulled out a bag from under the bed, opened it, and started to throw packs of money at his brother. Okay, I guess he may have sold the painting for some cash. She was getting angrier and more violent with every throw. Ethan had to dodge to protect himself. There's something very funny about someone like literally throwing money at someone. I don't know what it is, but there's something very humorous about it. What are you doing? You've always been too afraid to take control of your life and enjoy the things it has to offer. Keep finding excuses for what you've done. Man, can I just say, Ethan looks like he's wearing some like real cashmere shit. That looks like a nice outfit. Ethan pushed his brother aside and went out of the room. The door slammed. The moment you thought he was gone for good, Ethan came back. What? Why did he come back? He looked surprised. And the sheriff... Oh, shit. The sheriff came in right behind him with several officers. Don't do anything foolish. Uh-oh. I'll catch up on chat really quickly. Fishy said, you got it now? Okay, so it is inconspicuous. Inconspicuous. Okay, I was gonna comment on chat, but it just seems to be Eric and Fishy going back and forth, and honestly, I kind of don't want to get in the middle of that. I'm gonna stick my head low to the ground and just read, do my job. Yep, like Fishy said, there's nothing to see here, so I'm gonna just do my job. Back at oh shit, I clicked before I could finish reading. Okay, I guess we're back at the station. I don't know. What were you doing with the black dragons? Oh, I wanted to warn them. I was just passing by. It's none of your business. Let's just do it's none of your business. Your voice came out louder. Ooh, your voice came out louder than expected. The officers looked at you disapprovingly, yet showing interest. The sheriff recoiled. He cast you a look full of reproach and resentment. I don't care. This man's... Fuck the cops. Why do I care what their opinion is of me? How does that affect my reputation in town? Ugh. You'll have to wait for me here. I'll see it to myself that you go to bed this time. Where are you going? To the interrogation room. I don't know who they pulled in. Did they just arrest everybody? They took the detainees to the interrogation room before you had the chance to say anything. Why am I not getting interrogated? Is he just protecting me because I'm Derek's friend? An hour passed, seeming to last forever. You were looking at the clock and counting the seconds. Why are you so worried about them? They belong behind bars. Yeah, I don't believe that shit. Finally, Mr. Nixon appeared. So? These scene pans are... I don't like them. He passed you by and threw his folders full of documents onto a chair. Don't worry, we're going home now. I don't want to go home with you. Can I speak to Cherry? What? Of course you can. Out of the question. Please. He's my friend. What if I never see him again? I want to ask him what happened. Just let me talk to him. Say he's my friend? He could be many things to you. But, oh shit. Don't make me raise my voice, Sarah. Okay. I don't like this man. Oh, nice. I get to, what if I never see him again? They'll probably let him go for a while. Until the trial, at least. He can make a bail. So you don't have to worry about that. Fuck. Chocolate said, imagine wearing a fancy dress to the Black Dragon lair. I don't think I would have kept that thing on. Like, I think as soon as I got into my bedroom, I would have changed, because it doesn't look comfortable, and it's kind of just a reminder, of the weird dinner we had with the masked man. Eric said, that police force is horrible. I think all police forces are horrible, in my personal opinion. I don't think there's a good one out there, but I will agree that this one is extraordinarily awful. Hello! Thank you for following Judge Judy Slayer. Welcome to the Uncle Cult. I just made that up on the spot. Please don't unfollow me just because I made up the Uncle Cult. Okay. Eric said, what chapter are we on? We're on episode 4. Chocolate said, I'll make sure you go to bed this time. Sir, that sounds... Are you gonna tuck me into bed? I feel like he's gonna, like, stick a bar in front of the window and then, like, force lock our doors. Eric said, he seems like your type, V. Does the sheriff? I don't think so. I don't think so. Not at all. Fishy said, oh god, is that official now? It is now. It is now. From now on, I'm gonna start calling it the Uncle Cult. Chocolate said, thanks for the follow, Judge Judy. I agree. I concur. Thank you for the follow, Judge Judy. Judge Judy Slayer. Slayer? Are you gonna kill Judge Judy? Hold on. I just I just got up with the username. Chocolate said, why not be? He's an older man. Okay, we have to talk about this. My type is more than just older man. Like, my type is older but not a cop. Can we just put that out there? Can we just hold hands on, like, I'm not gonna fuck a cop? Let's just put that out there. Okay, I want to ask him what happened. I feel like this one's gonna be the one that's successful, even though it doesn't make any sense. I want to ask him what happened. The sheriff leaned back in his chair and looked at you, pondering. Well, he's not talking. Oh, he's gonna use me as bait. Okay. Maybe the people he sold the painting for are scarier than the police. Alright, Eric. He's harsh like Lucifer. Alright, let me tell you why I take offense to that. Not everybody who's mean turns me on like Lucifer. That is a much different relationship. That is a much different Thank you for were you not following? I mean, thank you for following, Eric Mitch. Were you not following this entire time? Or did you just unfollow and refollow so your name could pop up on the screen? I don't know. But look, now we're at 49 followers, almost only 2% away from my goal of 50. Fishy said, why has Eric got to make this personal all the time? I agree. I agree. I concur with that thought. Why are you trying to bring Why are you trying to bring my one true love into this conversation, Eric? Why are we trying to compare? It's actually an insult that you would try to compare Lucifer to Sheriff Nixon, or whatever the fuck his last name is. Sarah says he'll talk to me. What makes you think that? He trusts me. What are you getting at? I'll tell you what I find out afterwards. Just let me talk to him. The sheriff looked at you incredulously. You have 5 minutes. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Eric said I thought I was, but apparently not. All right. Sometimes it happens. He also said you should have chose Mimi, damn it. I do want to do, I think I did start a playthrough for Mimi, but I am waiting for like a free tea weekend, or like unlimited tea weekend to restart so that way I can play it. Cherry lay on the bed, legs crossed, humming some tune. It looks like you like it here. Sarah, this is the interrogation room? Where am I? Oh, are we meeting? We just went to his cell? Okay. He jumped up and stepped to the cell bars. How are you? You shouldn't worry about it. Ethan will be alright too. He shouldn't worry. Did you speak to him? No. Terry tried to take a peek into the cell next door, but the bars were blocking his head from a viewing angle. He exhaled nervously and looked at you again. Shouldn't you be in bed, princess? No. I would say, you have to tell me the truth. Have to. And why is that, princess? Why did you get yourself into this? It was a grand adventure. Oh, Cherry did not like your pushiness. Whoops. Please tell me. Cherry stepped away from the bars and looked in your eyes intently. You could see him weighing the decision to tell you or not. You are one of the dragons. You and Cherry aren't close enough. Oh shit. Your reputation is not high enough. Oh no. Oh no. I'm sorry, sweetie. It's none of your business. Stay out of it. Cherry didn't dare to say the truth. He winked. Oh, damn it. Oh my, I'm losing punches. I'm just getting punched in the gut every fucking minute here. The sheriff's voice cut you off. Your 5 minutes are up. You locked eyes with Cherry. He seemed to get spooked by something and he clung to the bars. Hey, princess. If I'm locked up for good, I'll miss you. Don't talk like that. I repeat, your time is up. Fuck it. I'll fucking obey. Okay. Fidgety said she made the correct decision in relation to me picking Lucifer. I agree. Chocolate said we love interrogating in the jail cell. Yeah, it was weird that he let me approach the cell. That was strange. I was expecting to be in the interrogation room. Fishy said, is this gonna be like visiting Lucifer? Nope, it's not. Yeah, thank God. I'm not really pursuing Cherry like that. To answer Eric's question, I am not romancing Cherry. Chocolate said, your reputation is going in the prison toilet. Yeah, it's really bad. I've been losing reputation left and right. Cherry says, hey boss man, don't be so harsh. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, and he's just staring. Mr. Nixon was obviously angry, but he allowed you to talk a while longer. Oh boy, here goes the music. Of course it's romantic music, because obviously if I want to spend time with Cherry, I have to be in love with him, right? Tell me they'll let you go free. I'll walk free, don't worry. You say that because you believe it, or because I asked you to? Cherry leaned even closer to the bars and quietly started to laugh. I'll do anything you ask me to, but this I'm saying because I believe it. Wow. Also, I can't go to jail. I'm too pretty. No, you're not. I hate to break it to you, but you're really not. I'm sure you'll be able to stand up for yourself. When you're right, you're right. He extended his fingers between the bars. Oh boy. He looked at you lovingly, with no hint of vulgarity. You hesitated for a second, and then copied his actions. and you held each other's hand through the bars of the cell. Well, y'all know I love a good prisoner. It was so simple and innocent, and at the same time, there was something extremely intimate in this gesture. You saw John's face for a moment. Huh? Ugh, John. Why are they bringing him up now? Like, this is so painful for me to relive. You recoiled and closed your eyes. I don't want to lose anyone else. Oh my god, this is so sad. You won't. If they lock me up, I'll call you every time I have a chance. Okay, this is not what I thought this was gonna be. I'll call you so often you'll have to change your number, and I will. I will change my number if you keep calling me. Haha. I'm afraid I have to go. Not so fast, princess. Hmm? Come a bit closer. Oh no! You took a step forward. Oh no! Not a little more! He stretched his hand between the bars, tucked a lock of your hair behind your... I'm freaking out, behind your ear, and then snapped his fingers and took out a coin. Huh? With the image of a... Okay, it's a black dragon's coin. I guess that's cool. What's this? The black dragon coin. I minted it for luck. They'll give it back when I'm out of here, alright? No, I won't. I'm definitely gonna pawn that shit. Okay. How come the officers didn't confiscate it? I know how to hide things. Now go. Apparently can't hide the fact that she stole a painting. Chocolate said, imagine if you had to be in love with everyone that you talk to. That's what it feels like oftentimes when you pick a diamond scene. It often feels like you have to pursue a romance. And Eric Mitch, I don't know why I just bothered to say your full username. Eric said, I have never gotten that dialogue for John. Well, you know, John and I shared a special bond that only the two of us could relate to. So I understand why, you know, not everyone would have gotten it, because we were in love. We were. Chocolate said they didn't have to bring up John again. No, they really didn't. They hit a sore spot that I'm still getting over, and I still haven't really met an ally that, like, I'm super into. Like, I guess I could see how Aaron could be an appealing option, but to be honest, the extra, like, time that we got with him in the first chapter of this season wasn't super appealing to me. Like, he's just kind of okay. He's hot, but he's also older than the character, and the character's underage. But I guess I really can't talk shit, because, like, every man that I romance in Romance Club is, like, 300 years old. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna let that point go, because I'm not gonna win any arguments with that. Eric said, pulling magic tricks into this romance scene. Yeah, that was weird. That was very weird that he did that. As soon as you approach, the sheriff stood up from behind the table. Start talking. About what? Oh shit, am I gonna lose reputation again because I couldn't convince him? Don't play dumb. Did he confess? Oh, no. The sheriff gave you an incredulous look. I swear. Exhausted, he rubbed his eyes and sighed. About your mother. Did you find her? I have been questioning people. A couple of folks saw her getting into a cab with suitcases. Looks like she really left. What about the note? Someone must have been playing a joke on you. Someone is her handwriting. But it's her handwriting. There are many ways a note could have gone to you. Maybe your mom wrote it before she ran away. He sighed heavily again and said, let's go home. You should be in bed by now. This is bullshit, bro. I don't believe for a second she actually left. You lay in your bed and stared at the ceiling. Look at these little PJs. Why am I still wearing that weird necklace? The PJs are cute, though. Mom couldn't have run away like that. Fishy said, yeah, but you're legal in those other relationships. Yeah, I agree with you. This is definitely, like, a child. But, like, what allies are really left, right? Like, I guess you could try to romance Derek and, like, say that you guys, like, get together when you're older. There's Aaron. Cherry, I think, is older than you. The masked man's older. Like, all of these relationships are just, like, a little sketchy. Maybe more than a little sketchy. They're sketchy. Eric said, Aaron is a weird romance option, but everyone is a weird romance option in this book. I agree. I think Chocolate said including John to talk about me dating someone who's 300 years old, which, yes, I will agree. When I say I'm into older men, it's like 3 generations older than me kind of thing. So I that's a weakness that I have, and I'll admit to it. I'm not proud of it, but clearly there's a pattern that I've established, so I'm not going to deny that either. Sarah's thinking about her potentially kidnapped mother and said, no, I just don't believe it. You looked at your pet. Oh, baby's here. The masked man has got to be involved in all this, right? Baby is like, huh? Who's that? The dog stared at you in surprise. Bam. Huh? Bam bam. What's this weird bam bam? A rock hit your window and recoiled. Sarah. Is this the same guy from, is this Ethan? No. Ethan's in jail, so it can't be Ethan. Aaron? You weren't sure if you imagined it, or if it was really the head of the dragons. You didn't want to get out of bed. A dream was taking over your consciousness little by little. Get out of the fucking bed, Sarah. But the rocks continue to bounce off your window. Fuck yeah, look outside. Who is that? He went to the window. Aaron was standing under your window, preparing to throw the next rock. Hey! Oh boy, we're sneaking out of the house again. Aaron said, oh, you're up. Well, yeah, you were throwing rocks at my window. Are we going to have to do this fucking scene transition every single time? Okay. Keep it down, I'm coming outside. Go to the backyard. You threw on your coat in a hurry and went outside. Choo, it's real frosty outside. What are you doing here? Why aren't you at the station? They've got nothing on me. I wanted to know about Cherry. I don't know shit. At 4 o'clock in the morning? I was afraid it was the only time I could speak to you. What's the sheriff saying? Nothing for now. Cherry won't talk. Aaron sat on the swing and you sat on the one next to it. They made a screeching sound that made you startle. Is everything alright? Yes. Well, not really. My mom left me. And I don't know if that's even true or if something bad happened to her. Aaron stopped the swing and looked at you. He was silent, but kept looking at you, and then suddenly hugged you and pressed you to his chest. Okay, that's kind of cute. Saris goes, ah! You felt how warm he was, and you wanted to snuggle closer to him. I'm sure she's fine. She'll come back. He began to comfort you, and his quiet, tender voice made you feel weak. You started to cry. Oh, this is sad. She probably does need a hug, genuinely. I don't think anyone's really shown her any physical affection since the beginning of this book, and she's been kind of going through it. Aaron goes, shh. His age, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Not us fetishizing him being significantly older than us. Oh, his age and experience were comforting. You felt somehow small. Oh. But you enjoyed the feeling. No, I don't. You raised your head and locked eyes with him. I guess if we're gonna be messy, let's do it. Getting carried away by your... I don't have any other ally. I'm sorry. Getting carried away by your feelings, you scooch closer and reach for his lips. Ew, what is a little piercing... Okay, the kiss gave you goosebumps. But Aaron recoiled and jumped from the swing. This man don't even want me. Sarah, don't rush things. Am I rushing things by kissing him? Is that a rush? You blushed. I'm sorry, that was silly of me. I'm just... He squatted in front of you and took your hands into his. I feel the same way, I really do. Aaron was looking at your face as if seeing it for the first time. I understand it might seem tempting to have a fling with the head of the dragons, but consider for a moment if you truly want to have a person like me in your life. I've got to go. There's so much happening in chat right now. Chocolate said, yeah, but even if you dated Derek, it would be weird considering your mom and dad liked each other. I honestly bet if we manage to save our mom in this book, they're probably going to end up getting married. Eric said they should have made Candy an ally. I actually agree with that take. I think they should have. Chocolate said, this dialogue. Eric said, he's like a dad. Call him daddy and wear your daddy outfit. I have a daddy outfit? What's my daddy outfit? I don't know that. What's my daddy outfit? Chocolate said, enjoyed the feeling, and then a throwing up emoji. Yeah, that was awful. She said, what? And then, what without the H? And then, what with the U? Eric said, he doesn't want to go to jail. Rita said, I don't know what I just walked back in on, but Aaron is hot. He is hot, but he's also attracted to teenage girls. So, it's not great. The selection of allies in this book is really lacking. Aaron said, I've got to go. Me too. Oh, he patted you on the head, kissed you carefully on the forehead, and left. I'm such a fool. That was so awkward. But nonetheless, his kiss was burnt into your forehead. The kiss on the forehead would be adorable if he was taking on more like a mentor or like kind of like a fatherly figure. A couple of days went by. You were playing with the phone cord and listening to the ringing beeps. Come on, Luke, pick up. But the phone kept ringing until you heard a final click on the line letting you know that the call was interrupted. I hope he's okay. Yeah, we haven't really heard from Luke in a very long time. You and Derek were on your way to school. It was the middle of the winter. The wind blew in your face, making your nose red and your cheeks burn. You started to walk faster and soon saw the circus tent. It's such a long scene transition. It's so awkward. You froze, looking at the big top, hiding something sinister inside. Derek said, what's wrong? Nothing. But emotion caught your attention. Hey, look. The music is so quiet. I'm going to try to turn it up so you guys can hear it. Who's that? Muzzle Muncher. Oh yeah, the guy that we were beefing with in the last one. He was holding the end of a thick black bag. He was sniffling and clearly out of breath. I wonder what's inside. I don't know. Muzzle Muncher struggled dragging the bag, and then his hands shaking from exhaustion threw the bag into the garbage. Something's off about this circus. Muzzle Muncher was the one who gave us a photo of him and said like, hey, this used to be me. But now I look like this, right? Let's go. You grab Derek by the hand. Oh shit, the music? Some shit's going on. What are you up to? Hey, you! Oh shit, we're in the path of courage. Muzzle Muncher looks at us in surprise. Why is he out here with no shirt when it's this cold on? Is he not cold? He jumped away from the trash can immediately, as if he had nothing to do with it. What did you just throw out? Master's clothes. Why? Bag looked a little heavy for clothes. Tell us immediately. Your pushiness scared Muzzle Muncher. He twitched, got nervous, and started to make excuses for himself. Muzzle Muncher is telling the truth. Master decided to try his hand at making mannequins, but he failed. He said masks are better and ordered me to throw away his ruined wax figures. He said it just like that. These wax figures are ruined, Muzzle Muncher. Take them out of my sight. You and Derek looked at each other. Do you believe me? I'll prove it to you. I'll prove everything. What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, what does that mean? Derek said something was wrong and he took you by the hand in an attempt to hide you behind his back. I have a feeling that the whole, like, courage route is not doing me any fucking favors in this book. But everything happened in the blink of an eye. Muzzle Muncher hit Derek and he lost consciousness. Holy shit, just swung on him. Sarah says, no! The next second he grabbed you by the leg and you fell, hitting your head against the ground. Oof. Listen, you fall and slip just, in just the wrong way and you could literally die like that. Sarah goes, holy shit. The whole screen's going red. The world faded away. Yeah, you could literally die. Before losing consciousness, you realize that Muzzle Muncher was dragging you somewhere. Eric said, doesn't this book have a bathing suit that says Daddy, or is that a different book? Ugh! There was a rat on the screen. Ew. Ari said, oh, hi, Ari. How are you doing? It's later in the book. Okay, so there is well, if there's a bathing suit that says Daddy, I'm all over it. Chocolate said, patted you on the head. I think that was from Aaron. Yeah, it's weird because there's like a romance, but there's also like he wants to fuck us. Like, I don't really know where this is going. Eric said, can he have a relationship with Muzzle Muncher? I really hope not. I really hope we don't have a relationship with him. That'd be extremely unusual. Okay, so Derek is awake. He said, Sarah. Sarah, wake up. You opened your eyes. Hmm? Where are we? At my place. Oh, what do you want? Yo, there's rats in here, bro. Muzzle Muncher said, make friends, that's all. He sat at your feet and rested his head on your knees. Leave her alone. I'll play along because this kind of scaring me a little bit and I don't want to continuously agonize him, or antagonize him. Sarah said, but we are already friends. Really? Of course. Tears welled in his eyes. Oh, I wasn't always like this. How I have longed for love. What are you talking about? I used to be handsome. Let me show you. He reached into a chest and began to rummage nervously through it. Where is it? Here. He handed you a pile of crumbled photos. Okay, everyone looks the same here. And, like, what year this was, like, at the time where this was set, maybe, like, 30 plus years ago? Okay. I'm the youngest in our circus, that's why I remember. But if the master finds out about the photos, he will take them away and I will forget. Oh, 10 years ago. Oh, that's right. This is the 80s. I'm sorry. I forget. Derek said, forget what? Your attention was attracted by the picture of Muzzle Muncher's family. Yes, this is the guy who has the photo of his family. That I used to be human. We all used to be humans at some point. But Master made us into freaks. Why? Muzzle Muncher shrugged. Each has his own sin. He started to scratch and look over his shoulder as if he was extremely nervous, but then he burst into a hysteric laughter. And what was your sin? The dead don't need gold. They are dead. And then he started giggling again while hopping around the small room like a child. Gold doesn't belong in a coffin. Oh, he's a grave robber. You robbed graves? The dead don't need gold, but I do. You handed him the photos he gave you. Take them. Muzzle Muncher obediently took them back and began to admire them. This is my family. Tears welled in his eyes. I didn't give them a penny, and they died in poverty. You didn't give them any money? You robbed graves and didn't share it with your family? My family. I miss them. Muzzle Muncher suddenly burst into tears and fell on the floor. And then his cry returned to crazy laughter. Oh God. He started pounding on his temples. This place is crazy. It is making me crazy. You lose your mind, you lose yourself. What the hell is going on here? Yeah, same, Derek. I knew there was something wrong with this circus. Muzzle Muncher? Oh no, Master is here. Hide! Oh shit, where? Oh, under the bed. Come here. You and Derek hid under the bed. There was little room, we had to snuggle up to each other really tightly. Shh. You heard the voice of the circus manager. Did you do what I've asked? Yes, Master. It was a pity it turned out like that. Oh no, that was definitely someone's body. Oh no. Just imagine how wonderful it would be to make mannequins as ugly as people are inside. Okay, it wasn't a body, it was a mannequin. But it's impossible to do without the flowers. The flowers. Uh-oh. It always comes back to the fucking flowers, dude. The mask requires so few. And without William, I won't be able to make as many of them. He knew John? He knew John? Huh? Yo, every like 4 chapters from this book, I get absolutely fucking floored. What do you mean he knew? He knew John? What? What? Like, oh my god. Okay, I'm into this plot officially. I'm officially into this plot. I need to know how it all connects back to John. Let me go ahead and catch up with chat. Ari said, there's so much I want to say about the Aaron romance, but I don't want to spoil it, so I'm just sitting here waiting. I probably will take a lot of his romance scenes, so we'll get to it at some point. Fishy said, why does your computer want everyone to hear the music so much? I don't know. I'm trying my best to keep it under control, but it just keeps, like, jumping up. And Eric Mitch said, I mean friendship with him. Okay, friendship with Muzzle Muncher. Chocolate said, I'm pretty sure you can be friends with him. Okay, that's good to know. The amount of things that happened in this season, oh no, so I'm just barely scratching the surface in episode 4. Uh-oh. Muzzle Muncher said he was killed by the girl. He was killed by love, my dear. Oh, is this like a revenge thing for them? Are they like coming after me? It kills everyone. Come, I will show you my new mask. We'll find its owner soon. As soon as they left, Derek grabbed your hand. Let's run. Yeah, we gotta fucking go. The exit must be over there. I'm gonna run really, really quickly. Give me just like 30 seconds. Oh, I'm back. Eric said, yeah, it's a good final season. Chocolate seems to be sending some arrows in the chat that agrees with him. Okay. So, I'm definitely excited to stick around and see how this all links back now that I know that John is involved. Sarah says the exit must be over there. You ran, but you saw Atlatonin out the corner of your eye. Something inside you froze and started to ache. This is definitely her mom, bro. Hi, KT. How are you? So happy you're here. It became hard to breathe. What's wrong? We don't have time, Sarah. He dragged you by the hand, but you turned around and locked eyes with Atlatonin. That's definitely mom. Doing good streaming after party. Wait, is that a game? Is after party a game? Because I do think there is a game actually called After Party. Mom. Yep, that's mom. I knew. I'm sorry for screaming. I knew it. I knew it. That's definitely a 5 out of 5 episode right there. That really is. That's a 5 out of 5 episode. Back to 10 image, man. I've lost 2 image over the course of the last chapter. It was bad. Episode 5, I just heard a weird noise coming from inside my home. Hope there isn't an intruder. I'm going to say no. Episode 5, we're going to go ahead and start that. It says Atlatonin is her mother. You won't leave it at that. That's definitely mom. I'm very excited. Like now I just want to play the entire game now that I know that John is involved in this somehow. KT, I want the link to this game because I want to understand two characters that went to hell. That sounds really interesting. Chocolate said, don't worry, my image was awful in this book. Okay, well, as long as I'm not the only one who's fucking up, that'll make me feel better. Chapter 5, the beginning of the end. You were pacing back and forth in front of the mirror. You felt a lump in your throat and your heart was burning with rage. That masked bastard kidnapped my mom and made it look like as if she abandoned me. He won't get away with it that easily. So I guess the romance with the masked man is, like, out the door, right? Someone knocked at your door. Sarah, are you ready? Give me a second. Today is the last show at the Freak Circus. Time to get dressed and head over there. Schoolgirl look. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. This is also cute, and it's free. So I'll pick that one. Now we can go. Half the city came to see the last show. People were whispering and gawking around the circus tent. Everyone was looking forward to the show. I'm going to go ahead and readjust my volume. I seem to be really struggling with it during the stream for some reason. Okay, I think we're good. Just try to keep it together, Sarah. What, according to how the situation unfolds, will be cautious and hate the masked man. I'm starting to kind of regret all of my, like, courageous decisions. Like, I'm starting to think that it wasn't good for me to, like, push courage. I'm gonna say I will be cautious because well, I don't know. If this is a courage versus cautious thing, it's a different one, but I do kind of like the things that kind of attract you to your demon side. Say cautious. I count on it. The music stopped and the projector's lights turned on. Eric said courage is boring. Okay. Immediately just makes me regret my decision. Chocolate said Atlatone and Sarah's mom are basically wearing the same clothes. They do look very alike. Fishy said, I love how a dude who's in the story for 6 chapters is driving your interest. John is everything. I mean, absolutely everything. I don't know how to oversell that. KT said, it's made by the people Oxenfree. Okay, I'm not familiar with that developer, but I will have to check it out because that sounds really interesting. Eric said it doesn't have to be. Some people still love the Masked Man. I do think he is not lying in this book, right? Fishy said 8 chapters, but the point still stands. I love John. Oh my goodness, I'm yawning. Like, did I not sleep last night? Alright. We're gonna make it through this. Everyone got comfortable in their chairs and started to applaud. I will applaud. Feeding my inner demon, as usual, Jazzy was the opening act of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid our time is coming to an end. Today you can have the last piece of this rotten pie. Just be careful not to choke on it. Meanwhile, meet our little ones. Hunger, envy, and wrath. Our acrobats. 3 dwarfs. Oh, I just punched my mic. I'm so sorry. 3 dwarfs jumped into the stage, grimacing, showing their tongue and gesturing obscenely. The audience roared loudly with excitement, as if they'd all gone mad. It was as if the circus put a spell on them and freed all the demons lurking within them. Acrobats. Hup! Oh. This is hunger, envy, and wrath, right? I don't know what this... Like, is that the noise that they're making? They hopped around the stage, spat into the audience, and then hopped and danced some more. The sight disgusted you. Finally, the show is coming to an end. I can't take it anymore. How are you gonna save your mom? What's your plan? Oh, let's attack Muzzle Muncher. I don't know how that's gonna help. Or you'll distract the masked man. I think we do kind of have to distract the leader, right? Meanwhile, I'll find and free my mom. Deal. You're starving your inner demon. Oh, I should have attacked him? Okay. The masked man came to the crowd to say goodbye personally to some of his regular guests. He looked self-important and more polite than ever. I'm afraid we can't stay any longer. Oh no, thank you. Gifts are too much. But I'd like to give you a mask for your persistence. Would you mind? Oh no! Derek came up to him and started chatting. Taking advantage of how crowded it was, you made your way backstage. It's empty. You went further. You found Atlatonin in the Scarlet Room, the same room as where we had dinner last time. She was wiping crumbs off the table and crying. Mom? What? I am no mother. I hate children. No, listen to me. You wanted to hug her, but she pushed you aside and started laughing. There's so much falsehood in the world. You don't have to pretend to be a good daughter here. So, get out. Yikes. No, listen to me. You tried to get closer to her. You tried to break through to her. But she screamed and pulled your hair like a furious cat. I don't really know what's going on. I don't know what he does to their personality. She freed herself and ran away, but she followed you. Uh-oh, she's about to fuck my shit up. Get out! The masked man came in the blink of an eye. Derek came right behind him, obviously nervous. I'm sorry I couldn't stall him any longer. It's almost like he has a sixth sense. Atlatonin, you can go. Yes, master. I find your behavior rather upsetting. This music is so incredibly loud. You kidnapped my mom. You mutilated her. Mutilated? I merely showed what she's like inside. A little girl, unable to take care of anyone. A cuckoo. No, not even a cuckoo. She's rather a cuckoo's tiny chick who would grow up and leave you in the end. She only thought about herself, but you already knew that. I'm gonna say you're right. But she's still my mother. He burst into laughter, approached you, and bent over to get closer to your face. But what makes you think this is your mother? Do you find it hard to accept that she could just leave you? Are you sure that Atlatonin is in fact Mrs. O'Neill? That's what I thought. He stepped away. And now, while I'm still in a good mood, I suggest you leave, unless you want to stay here forever. You're not the first monster in Saintfour. We've seen freaks scarier than you. I have no doubt about that. He moved aside so that you'd pass. You stood in place for a while, but finally you had no choice. And that's when you saw your mom's scarf tied to the back of the chair. Uh-oh. Your first impulse was to grab it, but doubts crept in quickly. Is it really her scarf? Mm-hmm. You hid the scarf in your pocket, unnoticed by the circus manager. Nice. Fishy said, theory, masked man gives masks that show their inner ugliness. It transforms people into what the masks represent. Yeah, I think that that's true. Something about the flower element that goes into the mask makes it some sort of like transformative garment, if that's the right way to refer to it. Chocolate said, oh god, I'm getting PTSD. Flashbacks to the the book. You and Derek barged into the sheriff's office. Your faces were red, you were gasping for air, and you looked a little deranged. Mr. Nixon! Here he goes in his flannel shirt. What's going on? Derek squeezed your wrist, warning you to stay quiet. Dad, we were at the circus backstage. We think we saw Mrs. O'Neill there. Impossible. Yes, we did. I'm positive it was her. Here, it's my mom's scarf. Yeah! You threw it on the sheriff's table. I found it among things belonging to the actors. You're resourceful as always, Sarah. Yeah, maybe the police should start to respect me and just trust that I know what the fuck is going on. But maybe it just looks like one of hers. At least I got some image. Mr. Nixon took it carefully, brought it closer to his face, and smelled it. Ugh. He sensed something and froze for a moment. His face darkened and became haggard. It's her perfume. We told you so. All right, I'll take a look at that circus one more time. Great, let's go. Not now. Oh, but they're leaving tonight. But... leave me. But what about... Let's go, Sarah. Derek almost pushed you out of the door. Okay, that didn't go the way I wanted it to, at all. This shit is so loud. What's going on? The scarf is something like a postcard from the past to my father. Do you understand? No, I don't. No, yeah, Sarah's like, no, not really. Derek sat on the couch, resting his head on his hands. My mom, she disappeared many years ago. They looked for her day and night, and in the end, they finally found her. Oh no. She was lying in some alley, frozen to death. Oh, Derek stared off somewhere and he followed his gaze. There was a picture on the nightstand of him and his dad embracing. It was as if Derek's mom never existed. Dad threw away all her clothes and hid all the pictures of her, to avoid painful memories. The only thing he kept was a scarf that still preserved her fragrance. Are you fucking kidding me? This man keeps scarves? Well, actually, it's his dead wife. Okay. It's not the fact that he kept the scarf that's throwing me off, because it's understandable. Plenty of people keep their, hence past spouse's clothing. That's normal. It's the fact that the writers felt the need to repeat exactly a scarf with perfume for Sarah's mom that I find a little bit too on the nose. Like, it's a bit much. That's all I'm gonna say. Fishy said he needs private time with a scarf that smells like your mom. Ew. Ew. The only thing he kept was a scarf that still preserved her fragrance. I'm very sorry. It's okay, but my dad is better left alone for a bit, you know? I understand. He patted you on the shoulder. You learned a piece of the mystery surrounding Derek's mom's death. Maybe the masked man is right and that's not your mom. Why are you backing down? She said you won't want it back when he's done. Oh God, stop it. Oh, this is awful. Think about it. He's toying with us. He saw how worried you are because you're a mom and decided to hit you where it hurts. He pretended that Atlatona is Mrs. O'Neill. And it may well be, at that very moment, your mom is just sitting in some cafe thinking how to apologize to her daughter for her hysteric runaway. Derek's words made your heart beat faster, and you felt a glimpse of hope. And mom just forgot her scarf the last time she was there. Could be. You felt a bit relieved. I hope it's like that. No, it's not. It's not. It's definitely something way more sinister. Chocolate said he's keeping souvenirs like a serial killer. I think that was my first impression. I think my first impression was to accuse him of being kind of weird, but I'm willing to walk back on that. You twisted and turned in your bed. You couldn't fall asleep. Thoughts about your mom ravaged your mind. What can be done? How can I find out what's going on with mom? And will I ever find out the truth? The ringing of the phone broke the silence. Ring! Ring! That's what I imagine. I wasn't alive in the 80s, but that's what I imagine it sounded like. You raised your head and in complete darkness pricked your ears to hear if someone is walking to pick up the phone. Ring! Ring! Is that accurate? Someone tell me. Who can that be? You went downstairs into the living room. Oh my God. I don't want us to do it again. The ringing stopped abruptly as soon as you picked up the phone, and the silence deafened you again. Yeah, who is it? There was silence on the other end of the line. Hello? Why is everyone hating on my phone sound? It said ring. Was it not a good impression of a phone? I'm gonna look up a phone sound. Hold on. I'm gonna look up old time. Well, let me not look up old timey. That's probably condescending. 80s phone ringing. An old rotary phone ringing. Free sound effects. Alright. We're gonna play it. So you guys think you don't think I you don't think I sounded like that? You, you don't think my impression was accurate? Let's do a comparison. Let's do a comparison. Okay, let's do a comparison. My ring was like ring. And let's hear what the rotary phone sounds like. I think that's perfect. I think I did a great job. Personally. Okay. I think I was 100% accurate. Woo! Oh, you didn't hear it? Does it need to be louder? I can turn it up louder. We'll just play it a couple more times so that way everyone can hear it. Oh no, the video ended. Let me restart it so you can actually hear it. I feel like that's too loud. Is that too loud? I don't want to blow anyone's ears out. Okay, I'll go ahead and stop it. Oh, you walked out at the wrong time. I thought it was a volume issue. It was just blowing everyone's ears out because I thought you couldn't hear. Okay. Everyone hated my ring. Kat said I haven't heard a phone ring like that since I was a kid. Fishy said some places still have landlines that sound like that. Yeah, I remember when I had a landline in my house growing up and they sounded like that. Rita said your ring should be the next sound thing, and Fishy agreed. All right, adding it to the list. My what is this, episode 5? I have to write down like when these sounds came from because otherwise I'll just be perusing all of my replays on my stream and it'll be a not fun time for me. Yeah, did I just completely make everyone go deaf with that sound? I hope not. Oh, it's Luke. I was having so much fun with the rigging sound effect that Luke called and I didn't even recognize. Sarah. Luke? We have problems. I wanted to tell you before it's too... No. No. Sir. It's been a full book and a half. It's too late for this. I don't want anything to do with this. Terrifying screaming was heard in the background. Luke. You heard something breaking, followed by short and frequent beeps on the other end of the line. Oh my god. Luke? Your knees went limp. You had a feeling that something terrible had happened. Yeah, I bet something terrible did happen. You rushed to get Mr. Nixon, but he wasn't home. No one was picking up at the precinct station. What the hell kind of city is this? The one time that we need the cops, they're not available for some reason. You threw on your coat and ran as fast as you could towards Luke's house. I don't know what we plan on doing, but I guess... Oh, the trees around the house were on fire. But you could feel the heat long before you saw the blaze. A raging fire, insatiable and ruthless. It was devouring everything you touched. Or it touched. Luke! They'll die. Oh boy, here we go. You went towards the main entrance, which looked like the gates of hell, and stopped in indecision. Well, let me tell you, as someone who actually has visited the gates of hell, this is child's play. For a moment, you got shackled by fear, but the thought of doing nothing was even scarier. You took several cautious steps and then ran into the house. A flaming beam fell right in front of you, and you jumped back in terror. Your heart was pounding in your throat, your face covered in sweat, and there was no air to breathe. The fire was blinding you, and the thick smoke made it even harder to see. Luke! Adele! Anyone! For a second, you thought you heard someone moaning. You stood silently, pricking your ears. Oh, Adele. Adele! You helped her up and, holding her, took her outside. A convulsive and anguished cough was taking up the last of her strength. Where's Luke? Adele, is Luke inside? Oh man, she's not. Can you hear me? I don't know, should I shake her? That feels really aggressive for someone who's like recovering from like a fire, right? Like that feels like the wrong thing to do. I'm gonna say talk to her. Adele, dear, can you hear me? I beg you, answer me. Okay, she's just, he's there. Smoke swirled and rose higher and higher. The fire looked even brighter in the darkness. You were shivering, unable to hold back your fear. The heat melted the snow, and your courage started to melt away as well. Oh, Luke. You took off your jacket, and before you had the chance to change your mind, you ran back into the house wearing nothing but your pajamas. Oh boy, I would not be doing this. Luke! Luke! Oh, I don't want to... Okay. I don't like fake coughing. I feel like it's actually kind of bad for your throat. Answer if you can hear me, please. I'm not... Again, fake coughing, I feel like it's going to tire up my throat so quickly. But Luke didn't answer. Luke! Perhaps if your relationship with Luke had been better, he would have heard your voice? What? I have to be friends with him in order to yell louder? What? You were shouting his name repeatedly, not knowing where to go. If only Luke answered or gave you any sign where he was. But he was silent. Bam! Another beam fell right in front of you. Oh, I would not be in this house. But at any moment, even if you wanted to, you couldn't go further. And as if punishing you for lack of action, you heard a moan. And then saw someone's hand. Luke! He was crawling towards the stairs leading to the first floor. He was at the end of his rope, and yet somehow he found the strength to move. And then he raised his head. Oh my god! Sarah? Luke! There was so much sadness in his eyes. No fear, no pity, no questions, just bottomless sadness. Who knows what he was regretting at that moment? Maybe drugging me in the first book. Luke raising his shaking hand as if trying to reach you, and you stretched yours towards him, as if it could save him. And then the window burst, letting in a new stream of fresh air, and fire flames soared to the ceiling. Okay. Oh. Sarah. Someone grabbed you by the shoulder and pulled you outside, but all you could see was Luke trapped under the burning beam, dying. The firemen quickly put out the fire. The house looked sinister and devastated. The entire appearance mirrored the suffering of its owners. They wrapped you in Adele in warm blankets and got you into an ambulance. The doctors were examining you and asking questions, but you kept staring at the house. Later, an officer approached you. He tried to be polite, but it didn't make the situation any easier. How do you feel? My parents, they're inside. They're still inside. Are they alive? Don't worry, you need to be calm right now. The officer stood in front of Adele so she would not see a couple of stretchers covered with sheets. Oh no. Their parents are dead. And Luke, my brother? Oh no. Is he alive? Mm-mm. Tears welled up in your eyes. You noticed the third stretcher being loaded into the car. Luke! You jumped up and ran towards him. Wait! Oh, Luke, please forgive me. They were trying to pull you away, but you wanted to see. You wanted to make sure it was really him. No, I don't. No, I do not. I really don't. You couldn't believe that Luke was dead. I can. It can't be. It can. You were kicking and screaming, but they held you down and gave you a shot. It became increasingly hard to resist the sedative. You know, even in death, Luke manages to find a way to drug me. I guess. Like, I don't feel good about Luke dying, but like... Girl, I guess. Like, I don't know how to respond to anything that just happened just now. Ugh, let me catch up on chat. Oh, look at my 5 diamonds. KT said, oh, I remember this. Yeah, that was traumatic. Eric said, I didn't like him, but the scene shook me. You said Adele and the song, Hello, started playing in my head. Eric said, the cough is as bad as the ring. No one likes my voice acting, but I'm going to keep doing it. Ari said, yep, this is kind of cruel. Eric said, it is so cruel. Chocolate said, yeah, I was shocked when I left him there to die. Ari said, I think the idea is that Luke would be listening for your voice because he recognizes it. I can see how that's possible. Yeah, I can see how they're trying to be like, it's like a romantic thing because he's in love with you, so he's like hearing your voice. Eric said, I got the same sense. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday by Luke. Fishy said, womp womp. Eric said he died the moment that he drugged you. Pretty much the moment that he did that. I would have absolutely dated him and saved his life and been in a relationship with him in the entire series if he had not tried to but actually put drugs in my drink. Ari said not that. It's basically impossible to save him. The only way is to be dating him. That fucking sucks, dude. Chocolate said anything but the sedative. So somehow, even in his final moments, Luke got us again. I don't know how, but it happened again. I am going to go ahead and end the stream here. So next time we'll be picking up on episode 6 of season 3. And that was really traumatizing and like a sad note to end it on, but sorry. That was really sad. Thank you to everybody who watched it live. If you are watching the replay, as a reminder, we do this every Tuesday, 4 p.m. PT, 7 p.m. ET, and we are going to be picking up with Shadows of Saintfour Season 3, Episode 6 next time that we play. If you haven't dropped... Oh no, I just saw Eric's Eric's message. We end with the end of Luke. Oh no. If you haven't given me a follow and you would like to, I would greatly support it. I'm literally 1 follower away from my goal of 50. So if at any point you decide that, you're not a follower but you want to drop a follow, I would appreciate it. Thank you everybody for joining, and I'll talk to you next Tuesday. Bye.